Hello there, you are welcome. I am Kwagbaje. Today we have something very exciting to work on. As you may have noticed in the scheme of work for mathematics, the children have a term project for this term. Properly, the project that has been selected is the scale drawing project. The children are to create a scaled down version of the Nigerian map, and it is your job as a teacher to guide them through the process. And this is not just anyhow drawing of the Nigerian map, it has to be done to scale. But what if you, as a teacher, do not know how to draw the map to scale? Well, there is nothing to be afraid of. We can't know everything. This is the right place for you to be. In 10 minutes, I will put you through the process and you will become a wizard at it. And you will have that confidence needed to guide your pupils through. Sit back, relax. I'll be with you in a jiff. Alright, then you are welcome back. As has been said, we'll be drawing a scaled down version of the Nigerian map. And I want you to take care of all these things that are stated under the teaching aids. You're going to be needing a map of Nigeria, the biggest one that you can get. You're going to be needing a meter rule or a tape measure, although it is better to use a meter rule for these kind of projects. You're going to need pencils, markers, erasers. You're going to need cardboard papers for the children to work with. So you are going to get a big map. I'm going to show you my own map very soon. So here is my own map, and as you can see, it has a scale of 1 to 2 million. And what that means is that this map is actually 2 million times smaller than the geographical size of Nigeria. So this is a scaled down map already, but the map you're going to be working with is also scaled down. But we are going to create a smaller version of this, and then we are going to use the relationship between this and the map that we create to determine the scale of our map. So your map is going to be much larger than my own. The dimensions of this map you're going to be seeing very soon. So what we're going to be doing at this point is that we're going to be creating a box grid on this map. Here is what my own box grid looks like. So if you already know how to create something like this, then you can skip to some other point in the video to continue watching from there. But if you do not know how to create this, then it is no problem. All you have to do is lay your map flat on a very big table, get your meter rule, and follow along as I do mine. Now I am back on the original diagram, and as you can see, I have my ruler ready. Okay, so what we need to do at this point is to determine how big we want our box grid to be and the size of the squares that will be in it. For example, I am using a small map, so I'm going to be using 2 centimeters by 2 centimeter squares. Your map is going to be bigger, so you can use 5 by 5 or 10 by 10, or you can determine any number that you like with your learners. But the most important thing is that you get a grid of equal squares. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to zoom in so that the benefit of the diagram comes out in full, and then I'm going to go to the top, place my ruler outside of the map, and then I start marking off 2 centimeters. Starting at this point, you just select a red pen. Starting at this point, 2 centimeters, 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 and I think we can safely stop at that point. Let me just extend a little bit. Now that we have done this, the next thing to do is to do the horizontal points as well. So I have turned my ruler around and I start marking 2 centimeters, starting from this point again, 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters, 2, 2 centimeters, and now I can just add one more here, 2 centimeters. Having gotten to the end of that line, the next thing to do now is to join all these lines together horizontally. So I'm just going to draw a line here. Oh, this line is too thick, so let me just change that. This is good enough. Okay, alright then. And I draw horizontal lines across. Of course, I can zoom out now so that I can see the full benefit of the diagram. Now I have drawn all the horizontal lines. The next thing to do is to draw all the vertical lines as well and see my grid take shape. So I've turned my ruler around and I'm just going to draw the lines. So be careful, try to make this as accurate as possible. Draw all the lines. I'm just going to skip forward. Alright then, the squares have now all been drawn. The next thing to do is to give this square some sort of reference system that allows us to know which square is which. Okay, so we look at the boundary of our workspace and we see that our map is contained within all these cells here. So you can just name these cells. Horizontally, let's name it with the alphabet A, B, C, D, E. And vertically, we can name it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10. So we have, so this cell here is going to be A1, and this is going to be B2, or B1 rather, and so on like that. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to go and make another grid, a smaller grid. This is the big grid. On your home map, you have a big grid, and now you're going to make a smaller grid that you're going to transfer this image onto. So I will make that. I will just open my open board to use as my grid. So now my open board is open and I've decided to use the black background so that everybody can see what I'm doing. These squares are graduated in 1 centimeters. These are 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter squares as against the one that is in the previous image, which is 2 centimeters by 2 centimeters. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to zoom in so that it will be easy for us to draw. But before that, I'm going to label the squares just like we've done with the map grid. So now I have done that. I've created the grid line, labeled it accordingly. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so that it will be easier for us to work with. And then we're going to be going back and forth between that diagram and this diagram. And so I've been able to fit them side by side so that we can look at both of them as we go. So I'm going to start with this cell B1 that has, we're going to try and recreate exactly what's inside this square B1. So I'm going to be zooming in so that it's going to be easy for me to draw. That way I will make less mistakes and my drawing will be more accurate. Okay, so this is cell B1. Starting with that, try to recreate what's in the other diagram. Hmm. And that cascades into cell B2. So I'm now at A6, and that's just one straight line that comes down all the way to A8. I'm just going to go all the way to A8. Stopping somewhere before the end of A8 and then crossing over, and that's where Lagos is. I'm just going to zoom out now so that you can see what we've drawn so far and see that we are actually getting the hang of things as too much. So we're beginning to make progress. Our map is taking shape nicely. We're just going to continue with the trend and see how it comes out. So right now I'm at cell K7 and that's right around Taraba and Adamawa State. So I'm just going to do my little gimmick just like it has been done here. Then cross that over. Oh, it's not a big deal. I'm not, don't need to be a very fine artist before I can do this. So I'm just going to continue that trend. Uh, yeah. So on the map, this is where we are. We are here right now. And I'm just going to zoom out so that we can see the progress that we've made so far. So you can see that the map is coming up nicely. I'm about to complete the outline. And I don't need to be a very fantastic artist before I can do this. You can also do it. Just follow the cells and reproduce what is inside each cell. Before you know what's happening, you would have reproduced the whole diagram. So let me just continue. Okay, and we are almost there. See, I can see the finishing line. And now we just need to join. So on the real map, we are here, we're at this point. So we have just two cells before we get back to B1, which is our starting point, and these are the two cells here. Okay, so I just need to join carefully. And then we're almost there. Finally, we are done. So I'm just going to zoom out now and see what our map looks like if we have made the right decisions or if we have made a mess of things, which I really doubt. And there is the outline of our map looking very neat and tidy, the exact replica of what we started with, except that this is a smaller version. If I have to go back to the original image, this is the actual size. It is half of what you have in there because these ones are 1 centimeter squares, while the original image is made up of 2 centimeter squares. So we have drawn this, and you can go ahead with your learners to draw all the inner states and make things nicer. But this was just to put you through. The final question is, what is the scale of this map? Well, to answer that question, we're going to have to look at the initial map. Well, this is the original map, and in forming the grids, we use cells of 2 centimeters each. In the new diagram that we have created, we use cells of 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. Okay, so if we take the map as our original and this as the new image, then the ratio is in the ratio 1 to 2, and that is the scale factor between this new map and the first map that I used. But when you compare this new map now to the original geographical area of Nigeria, then going back to the original map, we see that the scale used is 1 to 2 million. Nigeria is 2 million times of this first map, but this first map is now 2 times of this second map. So Nigeria will be 2 million times and then 2 times of this new map, which means that the scale of this map will be 1 to 2 million times 2, and that is 1 to 4 million. So what that means is that this our new map here is 4 million times smaller than the geographical area that is Nigeria. So in a similar manner, you can determine the scale for the image that you create in the class, and you can help your learners determine the scale of the images that they create. All they have to do is know the original scale of the first map that they are working with, now create a new scale for the new map that they are creating, relate the new map to the first map, and then relate that back to the whole geographical area that is Nigeria. The operations in between is multiplication. Alrighty then, this has been a journey and I've enjoyed every bit of it. I hope that you have too, and I hope that by now you can draw scale drawings of the Nigerian map and of course any other image that you lay your hands on. No worries if you have some challenge comprehending some part of the presentation. Take your time, watch it again and see where you may be having confusion. You may also drop your comments in the comment section and I'll be glad to answer your questions. Alrighty then, it has been wonderful today. Till I come your way in the next lesson. See you then. Bye bye now.